And a good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Union Catholic Livestream, Union Catholic Sports Media for today's Vikings varsity softball action. Union Catholic is taking on the Tigers of Linden High School. We are just about set to start today's game. Vikings playing their second game of the season. They opened up the regular season with a loss to Westfield this past Monday. Actually, their third game of the season. They played Dayton, lost on Thursday. So the Vikings come in 0-2 today, looking for their first victory of the year. As Lila Reedy, the left-handed pitcher, the junior for Union Catholic, is in the circle today. A chilly day, windy day here early on in the spring season, first week of April, and Lila Reedy delivers the first pitch for a strike. So, hasn't been good weather this week here in the Mid-Atlantic, the Northeast. A lot of rain. It's been chilly. At least no rain today. The pitch from Reedy swung on and missed. And there's strike three, so a good start for the Vikings and for Lila Reedy. There's a swinging strike, so Reedy is pounding the strike zone here early on. There's a strike. Count 0-2. There's an off-speed pitch, strike three. So a strikeout swing and a strikeout looking. 2 outs here in the top of the first. So Del Carmen led off for Linden, the center fielder, and there's swinging strike. Jorge, the shortstop, batted second, and now we have McDonald, the pitcher, batting in the third spot. That's fouled off, so Lila Reedy throwing a lot of strikes, working quickly. That misses low. Hannah Bunyak is the catcher, so it's a battery of Reedy and Bunyak today for the Vikings. That pitch just misses outside. Anaya Fleming leading off in center field for the Vikings. Jules Hart batting second, playing shortstop. Hannah Bunyak, the catcher, batting third. As that misses. And there's strike three, so Reedy strikes out the side. 1-2-3 goes Linden. At the end of one half inning of play, it's Linden 0. The Vikings coming to bat. We'll be getting you the rest of the Vikings lineup when we return here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Back here on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media, varsity softball action. The Vikings taking on the Tigers of Linden High School. Lila Reedy pitching for UC, struck out the side in the top of the first. Leading off is Anaya Fleming for the Vikings, the center fielder. And she swings a miss at an off-speed pitch from McDonald, right-handed pitcher for Linden today. We'll give you the entire Vikings lineup in a moment. That's grounded back to McDonald. She's going to throw first in time, one away. Jules Hart now comes up, batting second, playing shortstop. Hannah Bunyak, the catcher, batting third. Bella Donnelly, the third baseman, batting cleanup. Cam Kelly is the first baseman, batting fifth. Lila Reedy, the pitcher, batting sixth. Sienna Parker is the second baseman, batting seventh. Kat Price, left fielder, batting eighth. As that's a base hit for Jules Hart. She's going to continue on. She goes to second base. And the Vikings have a runner in scoring position with one away. And Janelle Cardoza bats out of the 9th spot. She is the right fielder. So Bunyak, the sophomore, in the right-handed batter's box, facing McDonald, right on right. First pitch is low. Jules Hart with a good lead off a second. Fouled off. So we're first week of the spring season, the regular season. Team started practice about 4 weeks ago now. It's a pretty short preseason for the spring season. It's like 3 weeks. They start with pitchers and catchers and then full practices. Have some scrimmages in there as well. Again, the Vikings in their third game of the season, seeking their first victory. No outs. Jules Hart on second. Excuse me, one out. That ball gets away as Hart advances to third on the wild pitch. So there is one out. Anaya Fleming was retired, hit it back to the pitcher, 1-3 in the scorebook. McDonald delivers high, and that's a walk for Hannah Bunyak. So runners at the corners with one out for the Vikings. They're in business as Bella Donnelly, the cleanup hitter, and third baseman, comes to the plate. We'll have a runner for the catcher. I believe the runner is Emma Kaminsky, the sophomore. Kaminsky takes off. She's in there safely, so 2 runners in scoring position for Union Catholic. Looking to get on the board early. That's a strike. Second and third, one out for Union Catholic. Cam Kelly on deck. The pitch to Donnelly is in there. Actually, it's caught. Caught by the right fielder, but it's a sac fly and an RBI. And the Vikings take a 1-0 lead. So Bella Donnelly does the job and gets the Vikings' first run of the day across the plate. That brings up Cam Kelly. That ball's bounced and picked nicely by the catcher. Emma Kaminsky, the runner, on second with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. That's skied in the air. That's going to drop in. Kaminsky's going to score. Kelly is going to head to third, and she's in there easily. So Kelly, with the 2-out hit, gets the RBI, and Union Catholic leads 2-0. Lila Reedy comes to the plate. She's a left-handed pitcher and a left-handed batter. There's a strike. Good start for Union Catholic. That gets away. Here comes Kaminsky. She's going to score easily. And the Vikings lead by 3 here in the bottom of the first. Exactly the kind of start that Union Catholic wanted today. Striking out the side in the top of the first. Lila Reedy responsible for that. Now Reedy's in the batter's box. Takes a ball. Vikings played 2 Watchung Division opponents to start this season. They played Westfield here on opening day and then at Dayton on Thursday as Reedy lines that foul down the left field line. So the Watchung Division is the upper division in the Union County Conference. The Vikings are in the Mountain Division, which is the second division. Linden is in the Valley Division. Union Catholic and Linden met last year here at UC. UC was victorious in that game as that's bounced back to McDonald. That's the second one back to her in this inning, and that retires a side. The Vikings score 3. Good start for Union Catholic at the end of 1 inning of play. It's the Vikings 3, the Tigers nothing here on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the second we go. Lila Reedy starts the inning with a strike. She retired the side 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. Struck out the side. Union Catholic led by second-year head coach A.J. Bonadis. A.J., an alum of Union Catholic, class of 2016. Played baseball and soccer here. He's a third-year teacher at our school. And there's another strikeout for Lila Reedy. Coach Bonadis was the JV baseball coach. And he took over the softball program last year. Softball team had a very good 2023 season. They won their division. They were in the Valley Division last year. They've moved up to the Mountain Division. There's a strike. So again, they started the season with 2 Watchung Conference opponents, Westfield and Dayton. And there's another strikeout for Reedy, so 5 batters and 5 strikeouts for the left-handed pitching Lila Reedy, the junior for UC. Last year was mostly Lila and Cam Kelly doing the pitching for the Vikings. It'll likely be the same this year with the left-handed and right-handed duo for the Vikings, which is a good setup for them. It's nice to have a strong left-handed pitcher, a strong right-handed pitcher. You could go with matchups from game to game. You could even go batter to batter if you'd like. Six up, 6 down. So Lila Reedy has 6 strikeouts to begin today's game. And she is cruising and throwing really well. So at the end of 1.5 innings of play, it's the Vikings 3 and the Tigers nothing here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. There's a bunt. Throw across, not in time, so there's a bunt base hit to begin the bottom of the second for the Vikings. So that was Sienna Parker, the second baseman for UC, batting out of the 7th spot. That brings up Kat Price, the left fielder. Ball gets away from the catcher. Parker doesn't advance. Janelle Cardoza on deck for UC. Kat Price at the plate, the junior for Union Catholic. Cardoza's a freshman. Sienna Parker, a freshman as well. That's in a right field, a base hit. Throw to first. Parker goes to third. Vikings have runners at the corners with nobody out. So an opposite field hit for Kat Price brings up Janelle Cardoza, left-handed hitter. She squares the bunt, fouls it off. Squares again. Stays fair, and the run is going to score. The runners are going to be safe, and the Vikings take a 4-0 lead. So Cardoza gets the bunt down. It landed just inside the circle. Got the job done, an RBI. So an effective squeeze play for Union Catholic. They now have first and second, nobody out, brings up the top of the order. Pitch is fouled off by Anaya Fleming, the center fielder. Anaya, the senior for UC. So Coach Bonaty's playing aggressively, playing small ball. Pulled off the safety squeeze. Landed in a good spot. The catcher had to come out. It's too far from the pitcher. Runner at third did a good job of advancing and scoring. That's upstairs. So UC with the 4-0 lead, bottom of the second here against Linden on a chilly, windy Saturday afternoon in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. That is hit into right, and it gets by the right fielder. 1 run is in. Another run is in. Fleming is going to round third. She's going to score easily. And an inside the Parker for Anaya Fleming, and the Vikings now lead 7-0. So if you hit it past the outfielders here at UC, there is no fence besides the fence way out in right field, but it kicks out. So you get it by the outfielders here, you could run for a while and have a good chance of an inside the park home run. Jules Hart comes to the plate, the shortstop. Check swing fouled off. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Vikings lead the Linden Tigers 7-0. Pitch is bounced. Anna Bunyak on deck. That one's ripped. And it's down for a base hit. So Jules Hart is aboard again. That ball was hit hard. The Vikings look to keep it going here in the bottom of the second. Hannah Bunyak, the sophomore catcher, batting out of the 3 spot for Union Catholic. She rips that in the outfield. It gets down. Jules Hart takes off for third. Bunyak to second. Hart's going to score. Bunyak is in a third. And the Vikings take an 8-0 lead. So that ball was hit hard by Bunyak. So still no one out as Bella Donnelly, the third baseman, the freshman, comes to the plate for the Vikings. And there's a strike. Exactly the type of start the Vikings wanted today. Trying to get their first victory of this 2024 season. Pitch gets away. No advance by the runner. That one's hit. It drops in. It's by the right fielder. Run's going to score. Donnelly in a second. It's 9-0 Union Catholic. Cam Kelly will come to the plate. As you can see, the sun is shining here in Scotch Plains. The sun has been in and out today. We had baseball earlier. That one skied. And it drops in. Kelly on with a base hit. So it's first and second with nobody out. As Lila Reedy will come up for the second time. Yeah, so the sun's been in and out today. We had varsity baseball earlier. Union Catholic lost to Summit 15-9. So UC baseball is now 1-1 on the season. We're yet to have a lacrosse match here at Union Catholic in this 2024 spring season. There will be lacrosse coming up this week. So all spring we will have Union Catholic athletics games and matches. Baseball and softball, boys lacrosse and girls lacrosse. That's fouled away left side. First and second, nobody out. Bottom of the second, Vikings with a 9-0 lead. That is swung on and missed. And that's a strikeout in the first out of the bottom half of the second inning. Brings up Sienna Parker, who led off this inning. She gets down a bunt, which goes foul. Good attempt. If you're going to miss, you want to miss foul. On an attempt for a base hit. Sack bunt. Suicide squeeze. Different story. But that was a good attempt on the try for a bunt base hit. She squares again, pulls back. One out. McDonald, the pitcher for Linden. Squares again, gets it down. Third baseman throws wide. Run's going to score. It's down the right field line. Here comes another run. Parker goes to third. And the Vikings now lead 11-0. So the third baseman was ready, came in for it, but throws it wide of first. The throw gets down the right field line, and the Vikings score 2 runs on the play. So Kat Price comes up, the left fielder. There's a strike. That's bounced. 1-1. The Vikings have scored 8 runs in the bottom of the second. They scored 3 in the first. Misses up and away. Kat Price batting out of the 8 spot. Janelle Cardoza on deck. There's a strike to Price. That gets away. Here comes the runner. Parker scores it. It's now 12-0. That misses low. Full count. Nope, actually that's ball 4. Price is aboard. Here comes Cardoza out of the 9 spot. Anaya Fleming on deck. Strike 1. 12-0 UC. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 0-2. There's a strike. Next Saturday, the Vikings will have their annual softball tournament here. It's a 4-team tournament. Each team plays 2 games. We'll have coverage of both of the Vikings games next Saturday. So there's 2 outs. Here's Anaya Fleming. Runner takes off and is in there easily to second base. Kat Price that's grounded back to McDonald. She throws the first in time. So a big bottom half of the second inning for the Vikings. They score 9 at the end of 2. It's Vikings 12, Tigers nothing here on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the third, we got one out. 1-2 count. Lila Reedy is dealing for the Vikings. And there's strike 3. So 8 strikeouts for Reedy to begin this ball game. 8 up, 8 down. There's a strike. So she's just throwing strike after strike, working quickly. There's a swing and a miss. The 0-2 from Reedy. Strike 3 looking. And that concludes the top of the third. So 9 up, 9 down, 9 strikeouts for Reedy. The end of 2.5, it's Vikings 12, Tigers nothing on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media. To the bottom of the third we go. The Vikings with a commanding 12-0 lead against Linden on this Saturday afternoon. Varsity softball action. McDonald back out for Linden here for the bottom of the third. That pitch is grounded foul. Count goes full. Swing and a miss, so one down here in the bottom of the third. Vikings with the 12-run lead. They scored 3 in the first, 9 in the second. Lila Reedy has retired the first 9 batters she faced, all via strikeout. That's hit in the air. And the play is made. 2 up, 2 down. There's a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs, no one on. That one's ripped. That'll be a 2-out double. I'll bring up Cam Kelly. The senior for the Vikings. Pitch is low. There's a strike. Vikings' next game will be on Tuesday right here at Union Catholic against Brearley. Brearley is from Kenilworth. The Bears will be here to take on the Vikings Tuesday at 4 p.m. Two-one count on Kelly. Count evens at 2-2. Then the Vikings will go to Union on Thursday. That's a 4 p.m. start. They'll go to Cranford, the defending county champions, on Friday. There's a ground ball. And it gets through for a base hit. The Vikings will have runners at the corners with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lila Reedy. And then, as I mentioned before, next Saturday, April 13th, we'll have the annual Union Catholic softball tournament. The Vikings will take on Middlesex at 10 a.m. That swung on. And it drops in there for an RBI base hit for Lila Reedy. It's now 13-0 Union Catholic. And then the second game next Saturday for the tournament, the Vikings will take on J.P. Stevens at 12:30. There's a strike. Tried to hold up, but couldn't. So Vikings got 5 games this upcoming week. That's fouled off. That's hit in the air. And the side is retired. The catch is made. So the Vikings score here in the bottom of the third. They score 1. At the end of 3 is Union Catholic 13 and Linden 0 here on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media. To the top of the fourth, Union Catholic with the commanding 13-0 lead over Linden. Varsity softball here on this Saturday afternoon at Union Catholic High School in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Lila Reedy gets a swing and a miss to start the top of the fourth. Top of the lineup for Linden. Reedy has retired the first 9, all via strikeout. There's a strike. The count goes to 0-2. Del Carmen swings and misses, and there's the first out of the top of the fourth. That brings up the shortstop, Jorge. McDonald, the pitcher, is on deck. The Vikings have a chance here to get a 10-run rule. 10-run rule after 5. It's after 4.5 if the home team has the lead. It's upstairs. Again, Reedy works quickly. Throwing a lot of strikes. Two and 0. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2. Reedy winds, delivers. Strike 3. Good pitch there. Got the strikeout looking. 2 outs here at the top of the fourth. 11th strikeout for Lila Reedy as she's faced 11 batters so far. That pitch is fouled off. As the pitcher for Linden, McDonald, is in the batter's box on the right side. That's bounced. Hernandez, the catcher, is on deck. Torres, the first baseman, in the hole. Coach Bonadis and the Vikings looking for their first victory in 2024. Count goes to 2-1. Three and 1 count. First 3-ball count of the afternoon for Lila Reedy. And that's going to be bounced. That's the first base runner of the game for Linden. As Hernandez, the catcher, steps in for the Tigers. This is low and away. Reedy right back on the rubber in the circle. She delivers. Bounced again. So she falls behind again. Count is 2-0. As Bunyak will go and talk with her, a good time to call timeout and let Reedy get a breather, give her some words of encouragement. It's a quick meeting there in the circle. Good pitch, but misses low. That one gets away, and it's ball 4. So back-to-back walks. So Linden has runners on first and second with 2 outs. Brings up the first baseman, Torres. Third game of the spring season for the Vikings. And there's a strike. There's a swinging strike, 0-2. Union Catholic students, faculty, staff, been on Easter break for the last week and a half. And that one is hit into right field for a base hit. Runner's going to round third. Here comes the runner. That's McDonald. She's going to score. So Linden gets their first hit and their first run. It's now 13-1 Union Catholic. And here comes Coach Bonadis. All of the infielders will congregate in the circle as Coach Bonadis will talk with them. So 13-1, top of the fourth. I was saying that it's been Easter break here at Union Catholic. Been all for like the last week and a half. Classes will be back in session on Monday. An early Easter this year. Not the best weather for Easter break, but everyone enjoyed the time off and back to classes on Monday as this spring season picks up. Vikings' first two games were early starts. The softball team played Westfield on Monday at 11 a.m., and it was a 10 a.m. start at Dayton on Thursday. It'll now be 4 p.m. starts during the week as school resumes. That's grounded foul. That's always kind of an adjustment, too. You start the regular season and you're off from school. You go back to school on Monday. So it's always different when you have classes and then you have practice and games after school. So the Vikings will get acclimated to that starting on Monday. Their next game will be Tuesday. Again, that's right here at Union Catholic against Brearley, and we'll have all the coverage, all the action right here on UC Livestream. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll conclude the top of the fourth. Linden gets on the board. They score one at the end of 3.5 innings of play. It's the Vikings 13 and the Tigers 1 here on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media. Bottom of the fourth, UC softball with the 13-1 lead over Linden. Count goes to 3-1. And there's a leadoff walk. I believe that was Mia Vitagliano to lead off. I think we have some substitutes and pinch hitters. There's a ground ball to third. Throw across is in time, one away. So Vikings with the commanding 13-1 lead. They'll have a chance here to wrap it up after 4.5 with the 10-run rule. And there's a bunt, which is going to go foul, just foul third base side. As Emma Kaminsky, the sophomore, is at the plate for the Vikings. Emma drops it down foul. Emma's a very good bunter. I remember last year she laid down some key bunts for Union Catholic. Played second base for the Vikings. Emma rips that one. And she has a base hit. Runner will stop at third, so Vikings have runners at the corners with one out. So Emma Kaminsky with the base hit, with the single. There's a bunt. And there's an out throw home. Not in time, so the Vikings get another run. And Kaminsky will get the third. So it's now 14-1 Union Catholic with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitches upstairs. That sun going in and out today. Looks like it went back in now. McDonald throws a strike there. Ball gets away. No advance. That's ripped. And it is through for a base hit. So an RBI, ball gets away. And runner advances to second. So that's an RBI single. Hit hard through the left side, through the 5-6 hole. And the Vikings take a 15-1 lead. So a lot of runs scored here at Union Catholic today. The baseball game was 15-9. The baseball team here you see on the wrong end of that against Summit. Viking softball on the right end of a 15-1 score here in the bottom of the 4th. So you do the math on that, it's 16 runs so far in this game, 24 in the baseball game, 40 runs. A lot of offense. That one is caught, and that retires a side. So at the end of 4 innings of play, Union Catholic with the lead. Vikings up 15-1 over Linden here on UC Livestream, UC Sports Media. to the top of the fifth. Union Catholic softball with the 15-1 advantage. Lila Reedy back in the circle, looking to close it out. 10-run rule would be in effect after this half inning if Linden doesn't score 5 or more. And there's a swinging strike. Count evens at 1-1. One and two. Strike in the outside corner. And there's strike 3. So Reedy with another strikeout. I believe that's her 12th on the day. That swung on and missed. Actually, might be her 13th. That last out of the top of the 4th, I believe that was a strikeout. So I think she has 13. And there's a swing and a miss, so that's 14. So the Vikings 1 out away from this first victory of the 2024 season. That's upstairs. Always feels good to get that first win. Try to build off of that. As again, the Vikings have 5 games coming up this week, including a doubleheader next Saturday in the annual UC softball tournament. Count goes to 3-0. Again, Linden needs to rally here to keep this game going. There's a strike. Strike 2. Count goes full. Vikings 1 strike away. Payoff pitch. Strike 3. Got her swinging, and that concludes the ball game. So Lila Reedy with 15 strikeouts. All the outs she recorded today were strikeouts. A dominating performance for the junior left-hander and a great performance today by the UC Vikings. So the Vikings get their first victory of the season. They defeat Linden today by the score of 15-1. It's a 10-run rule after 4.5 innings of play. So a great ball game for the Vikings. They get in the win column. They improve to 1-2 on the season. And next up for Union Catholic will be a home game on Tuesday. As mentioned before, they will take on the Brewerly Bears. That'll be a 4 p.m. start. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for both the varsity softball game and earlier the varsity baseball game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you here on Tuesday for more varsity softball action on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media.